Leo Santa Cruz versus Tank Davis.
That fight wasn't on Showtime.
It's Showtime pay-per-view.
I must have looked at it wrong.
It is.
Well, that changes things in my heart for the way I saw the card.
Right, because I'm like, maybe I'm sure if he saw Tank versus Santa Cruz,
I thought that was Santa Cruz versus someone else.
No, Tank.
Oh, okay.
Tank. Yeah.
And that's pay-per-view.
That is pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But they got the fight to go at 130. I know Tank hasn't made 130 in a while. I'm pretty sure his people didn't really want the fight at 130, but to get Leo in the ring, the fight's at 130.
That's smart though.
Is that a big detriment? Like him having to make a weight that?
It's all on him.
Yeah.
It's all on him. You know, we know this as an athlete, as a coach, strength and conditioning, so on and so forth. When you put your mind to it, everything else follows. And especially for Tank, that will be my advice to him, is understand that it's 130. This is my mind. I only have to make the scale say 147 for 2 seconds. You know, and that's what carries me through on those last couple pounds. You know, it's the understanding that this is all I have to do for a couple of minutes. I'm solid. You know, so he wraps his mind around that and gets ready. I love that fight too. Just kind of seeing it a little bit. My dad, I'm not gonna quote him, but I do think that that's a fight that is gonna be a fight that Tank Davis is gonna handle. I think that he's explosive. I think that he's got all the tools at this point to beat Leo Santa Cruz. I'll let you get my dad's perspective, but for me at this point right now, and I've thought about it a few times in the past, I'm like, that's a good fight, and I think that's a fight for Tank. I think that's a little dangerous for Leo.
I mean, he's coming up from 18.
Leo's done it all.
He's fought a lot of great guys, and just to touch upon the weight concept, Sean said that if his mind's there, he can pull it off. I agree, 150%. Because when Sean went down to 44 at the Catchwood Bronner, Kenny Porter said, and I didn't know it till he said it. He said Sean hasn't been 144 since middle school. So with that being said, it's all about where your mindset is and how you prepare for that moment. And I think if he's focused, he can pull it off.
Is Santa Cruz's only chance though is if? Oh, sorry, Sean.
No.
Is Santa Cruz's only shot is if Tank tires in the second half of the fight?
I hate that question.
Right.
There's no only shot.
Right.
There's no only shot, especially not for that fight. Especially not for that fight. Leo is extremely seasoned. He knows his way around the ring. He's got boxer's eyes. He knows what he's seeing. He knows the right moves to make. We've seen him do it time and time again. He's been more relentless than anything than a lot of fighters out there. And so I expect him to try to pressure Tank. That's a part of his boxing game too, is to pressure you and wear you down. You know, so.
Is he gonna need help in terms of Tank's got to help beat himself too, though?
Nope, not gonna. I'm not. You can't pull me into that. It's gonna be a great fight. And let me say this, because I go as far back as the amateurs with Leo too. I got pictures with Leo, and we win the championship together in the nationals, and been on international teams and stuff like that. I love the dude. Somebody said he and I are the nicest guys in boxing. I was like, they said, man, you and Leo are the nicest guys in boxing. I said, nah, Leo's the nicest. Leo's a great guy. He's a great athlete, great fighter. So you can't pull me into is it. I'm saying Tank's gonna win. I do think that that's a fight that Tank will win, but that's a fight that you don't want to miss. It's a fight that you don't want to miss because I guarantee you that even if Tank winning that fight, there's gonna be some adversity thrown his way. Even in winning. So I'm not even saying this is a fight that he's gonna roll over Leo. I'm just simply picking a winner. I think that's a fight that Tank's been waiting on, and if he's locked and loaded to get down to 130, I think that's his fight to take. You know, but trust me, there's gonna be some adversity in the ring, both ways. You know.
Right, because we don't want to turn it into that, and we're already writing Leo off so that if Tank wins, he doesn't get the credit he deserves for beating a guy like Santa Cruz. So
y'all can write him off if y'all want to. I'm not gonna do that.
Right.
Leo's a great fighter.
Right.
So, Tank Davis, Santa Cruz fight. Oh man. Tank Davis, Santa Cruz.
Tank by KO, bro. And that's me, that's Drew. That ain't him. I'm saying he KO. 8 round at the latest.
No, like what I told you earlier, like Santa Cruz. See, they're not saying shit about Santa Cruz with this little twitch in his hand. He got a little twitch because his nerve, his equilibrium been all hit. So I think Tank exposed the problem with Santa Cruz by timing him. So, I mean, I like Santa Cruz. Santa Cruz want me to fight Canelo. He do good interviews about me. He always talk good about me, but he don't win this one, dog.
It's only $10 to get for the win.
I don't think Santa Cruz beat Tank with the crowd on Santa Cruz side. It's a Mexican crowd in San Antonio.
Tank is like well, dog. Like
I like Tank's explosiveness in this fight versus Santa Cruz. And I've been watching Tank for a while. He's been getting in shape.
TMT.
So I think a well-trained, a well-focused Tank. You know what? I'm not going for neither one of them motherfuckers. To be honest with you, I ain't going for neither one of them motherfuckers. I like Santa Cruz more than I like Tank, as personally. But in this fight, I like Tank just because, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. But look, I fuck with Tank, you know what I'm saying?
Everything else is coming out as quick as possible.
I fuck with Tank. I think Tank win this fucking fight.
How would you break down Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz if it happens?
I've heard the rumors about possibly like in May, right? That's what I heard. So I think, well, first of all, we want to know what weight class are they fighting, 130, 135?
130. If it were to happen.
See,
I believe.
I don't know. So
Well, that's what Leo said a while back, that he believes that if they were going to fight, it'd be 130.
that's a good chance for Leo then, because that's gonna hurt Tank more to come down to 130 because he's already at 35. But at the same time, naturally Tank is strong, 130, fucking dangerous. Leo is a volume puncher. I think it'll be a very entertaining fight. Who would win? Hold on. I mean, it depends on a few things. If Tank comes in very hurt from weight, from cutting weight and everything, then Leo has a good advantage, good chance of winning. If Tank is fucking solid and good, then he could possibly win, because Leo's not gonna be strong enough to beat a big guy. Leo started at what, 118? So he's
moving up, yeah.
He's tall, but he's always been very, very skinny, very thin. Physically, he's not a big guy. So I think at that point I would give the advantage to Tank. But like I said, it just depends on how Tank comes in to the fight. I think that's gonna be the biggest difference. If Tank comes in good and makes weight without a problem, which is not very likely, but if he does, then Tank will probably have the advantage. But if he comes in all fucking drained and tired and fucking sucked up like crazy, then Leo has a good chance, because he could fight fucking 12 rounds, not stop fucking 1,000 punches in a fight.
Yeah.
And that'll be the difference.
Gotcha.
So I think if it happens, it'll be a very good fight.
Cause I'm so happy, dog. Yes. Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz. I got Tank, but I think it's gonna be Tank's hardest fight though. Eli, I think it's gonna be Tank's hardest fight.
Let's see. Who you got? Davis versus Santa Cruz. I think honestly, Davis facing Santa Cruz. Davis is gonna go back down to 130. I'm not sure he'll make the weight, but we'll see what happens there. You know, and if he does, I think he's just gonna be very, very dehydrated. But I think honestly, I don't see that fight. I don't know, man. I feel like it's unorthodox. For sure. But Santa Cruz, man, he's Mexican. He's a beast, man. He loves to fight. He loves to make it a fight. So I think definitely we're going to expect some banging in there. That's for sure.
How would you guys break down Leo Santa Cruz at 130 versus Tank?
That'll be a good fight for both of them. I think it'll be a tough fight for Tank to make weight. I'm just kidding.
Honestly, it's a tough one.
No, it'll be a tough one for it'll be a tough one. I mean, Tank he's really strong, you know, and he has such a good experience. I mean, and good skills. But we'll see if he makes the weight at 130. I know Leo.
135. So
Yeah, he already talked about moving up to 135. I wouldn't advise Leo to move to 135. I think Leo, you know, he should stay at 130.
Yeah, no. He's just new at 130 too. He just got his first fight at 130.
130 so,
Exactly.
But it's a really good fan-friendly fight.
Are you leaning towards one?
I always support you, 100%.
What about you, Mikey? Let's just say if Tank makes it to 130, okay?
If the fight schedule at 130, I actually think Leo probably has the edge because he's not the one struggling to make weight.
Yeah.
You know, he's new at the division, but Leo's got the height, you know, for that division. He's tall. He's a volume puncher, you know, nonstop, 12 rounds. You know, he fucking never, not in shape. So I think he's got a lot of experience with tough guys. So I think it actually gives Leo a better chance. I like Tank. He's strong, very dangerous too. But at 130, you might start see him a little weak, a little tired because of all that weight cut. You know.
Have either of you gone up in weight and come back down, or gone lower for any opponents? Like, do you know that experience, like what that might feel like for somebody like Tank?
Okay, once I moved out of the division, like when I was at 126 and I couldn't do 26, I moved to 30. I never came back. Once I was at 30, I fought twice at 30. Then took 2 years off, came back at 35. I never came back to 30, you know?
You keep it moving.
I have moved up recently, like from 35 to 40, back to 35, now at 47. So I've done that, but that's just because, you know, I haven't outgrown the division. I should be fighting at 35, 40, you know? I can feel good there. But in Tank's position, he was already struggling to make 30, so that's why they were moving to 35. For him to come back to 30, that might be a bigger struggle than me going from 40 to 35, you know, or so forth. It's a little different.
Do you have any personal experience?
No, I started my career at 135. I think I only fought 2 fights. 35, and then I moved to 140. I've been on 140 since. But yeah, I could just imagine, you know, when someone grows the division and then they pretty much train just to make weight. You know, when they fight, there's nothing gonna happen.
Tank fighting before me. I don't know if he's fighting with or without, but he's about to fight Leo Santa Cruz.
Is that dated yet? They got a date on that?
No, I don't know the date, but he's definitely.
So that fight's gonna happen. What about the other little dude, the little Garcia kid that they talking about, Tank? Is that fight really in development? You think he gonna take that fight against the Garcia kid?
He gonna fight Leo Santa Cruz, then he fighting him.
Wow.
Tank gonna make some big money soon. Like his next fight and the next fight.
Yeah.
He got a chance to make like 20 or 30 million.
Really? You mean combined, or are you talking about per fight? That sounds crazy. Now you talking about combined. The 2 fights combined, he can make about 20 million, 30 million. That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
He gonna knock both of them out too.
Yeah, I don't think is it Ryan Garcia? What's the Garcia kid's name? I don't think I think that should happen. I mean, I think for Tank's pocket, that's a great fight. But I mean, could that dude really sustain somebody like Tank right now, man? I mean, is that really gonna be a competitive fight?
Nah, Tank gonna knock him out.
Let's say Tank takes that Santa Cruz fight. Santa Cruz got a chance to pull off that upset.
I mean, Santa Cruz is a very disciplined fighter. You know, he's a good fighter. He got a lot of experience. I think it's a good fight. He's a smaller guy. You know, I feel like Tank is a bigger guy. You know, fighting at 130. You know, he's killing himself to make the weight. So I gotta lean towards Tank, but Santa Cruz is a good fighter.
Could he have
take nothing away.
true champion.
Could he? Because we saw with Gamboa, he has some stamina problems. If he has those problems, could he be in trouble in the second half of that fight with Santa Cruz, or?
Possibly. I think Santa Cruz is always in the gym. He's always working. We haven't really seen that from Tank, but you never know. Tank is a big puncher. You might go in there and, you know, land one big punch and it might be over. With Tank, you can never count him out because he got that punching power. No matter, even if he gets tired, you know, you never know. All it takes is one from Tank.
Tank Davis and Santa Cruz fight?
I am. I'm looking forward to that fight because, you know, they're going to show two elements. You got Tank Davis, talented man, strong as hell, fast, you know, but I want to see how Leo's going to be able to handle that power. If he's able to handle that power, man, I see Leo, you know, break him down at punch value. But if he can't take that power, which Tank Davis has, a different type of power in that weight class, you know, I mean, he could possibly be in a position to do something extraordinary. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, not even, you know, I'm not even gonna just say power. If he comes in shape, like he knows how to, the kid can box, the kid can punch. If he's able to put everything together, you know, we might see a tremendous showing. You know what I tell you. But Leo, we know how he's gonna come every time. Leo's in shape. His punch volume is high. I'm through the roof, and I think his motivation for this fight, you know, is going to be different as well. Because a lot that's been on, has been going into this fight, and of course, situation with his dad or whatever the case may be. So it's set to a lot of my fight. I'm upset. It's not in a big crowd.
For sure. Last one regarding Tank and Leo, he got Floyd in there teaching him a few things, working with him. He even put the mitts on and everything. Like, what you think about that?
See how I mean. Listen, man. Yeah, Tank already knows how to fight. You know what I mean? Of course, little things that you know, Floyd can help with, you know, implement his game. Because of course, you know, Floyd is a master tactician, TBE. You know what I'm saying? So if he can help him with these small, you know, adjustments, that'd be great. I mean, but like I said, my main thing for Tank is to see how focused he's gonna come. See how seriously take his trainer. To see how he comes in shape, because, you know, a Tank Davis that's in shape, man, you know, he's scary. Yeah. He's scary, man. So I think that's the main thing, because he already knows how to fight. Of course, with other small things he can implement. You know, fighting like that, being so young, he's very seasoned. So it's not too much that you can give him that he's going to be able to, you know, one training camp that he's going to be able to, you know, implement everything. You know, I mean, second nature. You know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, for him, man, I think for him, his main thing is he just needs to get in fucking hella shape and get ready to throw shitload of punches every round if he has to. You know, and not really try to, you know, focus so much on the power. Because, like I said, man, you know, even me being a power puncher, you know, coming up my career, I used to hate fighting fighters that had, you know, really high volume punching, because, you know, if I didn't crack him, if I ain't hurt him, yeah, I know I was gonna be here for a long ass night.
So a little bit like, I think the Soto Caraz fight?
Yeah, Soto Caraz, he was, you know, like I said, high volume puncher. Of course, I tore my shoulder.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, second round. You know, if I didn't have that, I felt I couldn't knock him out because he was just open to get hit all night. But yeah, like, I had a lot of other, you know, guys that's in my career that I fought, that I beat, or even knocked out, but made it a rough night for me because the punch output was so heavy and they could take a shot. You know what I'm saying? So I think with this fight, we really want to see if Leo can take a shot like that and keep coming. If he can, it's going to be a long night.
Yeah. And actually, that was Gervonta Davis pulling up in a Lamborghini. You're going to be watching his fight on the October 24th?
Of course. You know, that's a great fight right there.
I'm very excited for that fight. I know them both. I've been in the ring with both of them, and I just can't wait to see that fight.
Now, you know, Leo Santa Cruz puts pressure on like yourself. When you put on pressure, it's a lot of angles and things like that. Do you think Leo possesses enough of that stuff to give? He's an underdog. Do you think he has enough to give Tank a run for his money and maybe even beat him with his pressure? Or
yeah, he's got good defense. Tank is very strong, very powerful. So it's going to be a tough fight for both of them, I think so.
What's it like? I'm sure you've seen Tank spar up close. What's that like? What kind of talent does he have up close?
He's got talent for sure. He's very powerful, very explosive, and he possesses a threat to anybody in the ring.
We're far away, but can I get a quick prediction from you on how you think that fight goes down?
That's a tough one. I can't. That's a tough one. I can't.
There's gonna be a lot of people counting Santa Cruz out.
Yeah, you can't count Santa Cruz out. He's I feel like he's really matured into his 130 body, and but Tank, you know, he's a beast at 130. So it's gonna be interesting to see it play out, you know.
Leo Santa Cruz in his fight with Gervonta and Danny Garcia against Errol Spence. Who do you pick in those two and why, Jaime?
Predicciones para la pelea entre Leo Santa Cruz y Gervonta Davis y la otra entre Errol Spence Jr. y Danny Garcia.
Pues de Errol Spence y Danny García, la verdad estoy casi seguro que va a ganar Errol Spence. Yo creo que tiene pues una mejor técnica. Lo único que no lo sé es por su inactividad que ha tenido, pero yo creo que puede resolverlo. Y de Leo Santa Cruz y Gervonta Davis, creo que pues va a ser una gran pelea. Sabemos que Santa Cruz tiene ahora sí que pues muchísima experiencia, y pues lo que lo hace débil ante Gervonta es pues su tamaño, ¿no? Que Gervonta es mucho más fuerte, pero pues de los dos esperamos una gran pelea.
With the Errol Spence fight, the truth is I think Errol will win because he has more technique. One thing we don't know about is that he's been inactive, but I think he'll be able to figure out Danny Garcia. With the Leo Santa Cruz and Gervonta Davis fight. Leo Santa Cruz is a great fighter. We know that he has a lot of experience. Davis's weakness, though, is his height, even though he's very strong. But I think it's going to be a very great fight.
So you think Santa Cruz is going to use that length like he did with Frampton?
¿Crees que Santa Cruz va a usar su alcance como lo hizo contra Carl Frampton?
Yo creo que sí, estoy casi seguro que es lo que va a hacer, porque no creo que vaya al choque con Gervonta.
Yes, I think so. I think that's what he's going to do because I don't think he's going to go toe-to-toe with Gervonta.
Winning that fight would take him to another level with fans from Mexico and Mexican Americans, wouldn't it?
Ganando esa pelea le va a poner en otro nivel a Leo Santa Cruz, especialmente con los mexicanos, tanto en México como en Estados Unidos.
Sí, así es, la verdad, pues ahora sí que sería un gran ídolo mexicano y pues también en Estados Unidos.
Yes, that would make him to a very big Mexican idol, and obviously in the United States as well.
You know, I try to fight this champion or that champion. I mean, like I said, Leo Santa Cruz, he's tied up with Tank right now. He got that situation.
Who do you think wins that fight, Mel?
Hey, I'm telling you right now, if Tank can make that weight healthy and get down and get down to that, get down to 130 without an issue. I think, Tank being younger, the stronger fighter, of course, you got to lean towards that way. But, with Leo Santa Cruz, you can't count Leo out. And also, I've been hearing that Leo has been working on a hell of a game plan. He has things in mind that he wants to do for that fight. And you got to give Leo credit because I've been hearing that he's the one who called for that fight. They've been saying he's the one who pushed for that fight. So I feel like with guys like that, when they push for something, it's because they see something they feel like they can expose whatever. But it's a good fight, and I wish those two nothing but love and success. But I'm gonna tune in because, like I said, I watch everything. I'm gonna tune in. But I wanted to fight with Leo Santa Cruz. If I had to fight my boy Jojo Diaz, if that was on the table, I would have took it because I just want. In the boxing, you got to unify titles to stand out. You know what I mean? Yes. There's too many titles. Because right now, even right now, situation in the super featherweight division, you could say everybody got their favorite, and everybody will say, "Well, I think he's better than this one, or he's better." But I feel like in order for us to really prove who's better than who, we got to start fighting each other. These champions fight champions, but that's just me. I just have that old school philosophy, I guess.
Who would you guys have with Tank versus Leo Santa Cruz?
I got Tank.
I got Tank. I think Leo don't have that style to beat Tank. But
Leo does have the style to beat him.
Ryan Garcia do have the style to beat Tank. That's my vision. I like all the regions. Ruiz has the style to beat the first one where time he beat. Why I say right now? I say Fury gonna beat the fucking good. What happened? He beat it. Like you see the fight and everything. I see. You know, I see some crap. So on my vision, because I'm not a fighter. So most of the time, like it's all the fighters taking wise because he see as a fighter. I see it as another vision. I can see like how he can beat him. You know, like exactly like I said, we just say he wanna take him out in the first round.
Also, you're not biased because you're not like just for like one fighter. Of course.
Yeah, that's why they do. Everybody do. Everybody like
the popular, yeah.
You know. But like I think all my vision is if you are like on the first fight, if you have a capacity to get a draw with the big champ, you get a capacity to beat him. So you just take out the fucking draw and do better. So that's exactly what he did.
That's how you were able to break it down.
That's how I break down.
So you really think Ryan Garcia could
Anthony, he never into real war. And I know the Mexican half is a war. He had the second half he was a jab. He didn't know when the war, because the war he lose. He's a loser.
Who?
We're talking about
Anthony.
Yeah.
Anthony versus Ramirez.
The first fight. The first fight.
The first one he tried to go to the war and he lost. And the second time what he did, he boxed. Yeah, he more boxed. He won the fight, but that's it. That's what he did. But if he went to war, there was no fight to war, he was gonna lose again because he could not have control of the ring.
Okay, so what's your breakdown then? For Leo Santa Cruz versus Tank. Versus Tank. What's up?
I lean more towards Tank.
Who do you think wins, Tank or Santa Cruz?
I mean, I'm with Tank. I want Tank to win.
Mm-hmm. You just visited him.
I want Tank to win. It's gonna be a tough fight, so I think it's another how Limo Tiafimo is kind of. But we're gonna see. Maybe Tank will outbox him for 12 rounds, but I think as the fight go on, it favor a little bit of Santa Cruz because of the pressure. But I think that early on, Tank got the power. So, but I think Tank can box too. That people don't know that Tank really can box. So it kind of favor like from the outside looking in, it favors Leo. But people who really know Tank and understand that he really is a good boxer, know that it won't be that easy later on down the line for Santa Cruz either.
Is Davis Gervonta? Is he one of the most explosive guys you've seen up close in the gym, pound for pound, or?
I mean, explosive.
That mix of speed and power.
I mean, I don't know. I ain't see Tank in the gym really for.
Or even just watching him, on fight night.
Yeah, fight night definitely. Mm-hmm. I feel like he got all the power. I feel like he got a mixture Mike Tyson and a Canelo Alvarez kind of So I think he really explosive.
Is Santa Cruz's only chance in that fight is if Tank's stamina isn't where it needs to be? Tank, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I think that skillfully Tank is better than him, but Santa Cruz is always in shape. And he always come in shape. So I don't think Santa Cruz strong enough. I don't think Santa Cruz strong enough. But I will say this: if Santa Cruz somehow get through that fight and find a way to beat Tank, I think that it's really only right that me and him fight next.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the next fight should be me and him. He already had conversations about fighting me. I feel like me and Lomachenko could wait. That's just if Lomachenko willing to come back down to 130. But Santa Cruz is already at 130.
And already has a belt.
And I just feel like if he find a way to get through there
gonna have to come see me. I feel like me and him styles match up. It's like a perfect style. The pressure fighter versus the boxer. I feel like I'd kill Santa Cruz though. I feel like I'd kill him so.